Hello everyone, Riley here with the T-Storm Chasers. We will jump into our weather video in just a moment, but first here is a word from our friends at Cube Portable Storage.
What are you doing?
Decluttering?
Moving? Remodeling? In need of temporary storage, emergency cleanup, or just need to declutter? Cube Portable Storage has the perfect solution. Rent your Cube Portable Storage container today.
And don't forget, they got roll-off dumpsters for the other stuff. Call Cube Storage for all your moving needs.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. Today is Monday, June 8th, 2026, and let's go ahead and dive into today's weather video. Take a look firstly at our regional map. Now, there is a couple of items here to get to on the radar picture. Down here into Nebraska, central Nebraska, we are seeing an area of rain and thunder showers here from Valentine to O'Neill, Nebraska, and then down through North Platte. And you can see here in southern Nebraska, we are seeing more isolated thunder showers down here. So that activity is expected to kind of fall apart a little bit. Now out west, out here in eastern Wyoming, there's a severe thunderstorm out there just north of Cheyenne. Other than that, we do have what was left from yesterday's system, and that is out here in eastern Iowa and extreme southeastern Minnesota. Rochester down through Decorah, down through Davenport. We're looking at some areas of scattered rain and thunder shower activity. Now, for everyone else, overall, we're fairly dry, and we've seen sunshine, a mix of clouds and sun. It's been a warmer day out there. It's been hot in some places, and the wind also has been fairly light overall. Now, looking at temperatures, let's go ahead and take a look. We are seeing temperatures today into the 70s and 80s. We're at 82 degrees in Sioux Falls. You look down in Vermilion, though. Look at that. We're at 88 degrees, so quite a bit warmer down there. But then you go up here, Aberdeen, we're at 70 degrees, so we're quite a bit cooler up north. 70 out in Pierce, 72 out in Rapid City, so it is cooler north and west. Down into Nebraska, we are at 61 in North Platte with rain-cooled air. But then you go to Grand Island, and we're at 84. So quite the contrast there. Just depends on where you're at with the rain-cooled air versus seeing sunshine. We're at 84 in Norfolk and 84 in Omaha. And into Iowa, we're at 82 in Des Moines. We're at 79 in Mason City, 82 in Fort Dodge, 81 in Spencer. And into Minnesota, we're at 79 in Minneapolis. We're at 82 in Marshall, 72 in Rochester, and 81 in Fairmont. So again, 70s and 80s today. All right, we're going to get back to our weather video in just a moment. But first, sponsorship opportunities out there. We are looking for sponsors. So if you are interested in partnering with T-Storm Chasers and becoming a sponsor with us, feel free to reach out to us on our Facebook page or any of our social platforms, as well as our email or phone number. And we're also launching our new weather call system that is available now. Highly recommend, sign up. It's $15 for a whole year, and you get life-saving phone calls from us here at T-Storm Chasers. It is a GPS-based system, so any warnings that are issued in your area during severe weather events such as tornadoes, severe weather, and flood events, any warnings that are issued for your immediate area, you will receive a phone call within seconds from us at T-Storm Chasers, giving you guys life-saving information. If you're interested, sign up today. Go to the website at tscalert.org. Now let's get back to the video. All right, guys, so let's go ahead now and dive into the latest from the Storm Prediction Center, taking a look at our severe weather outlook maps. Starting with today, we see a marginal risk in dark green for Nebraska and also into southern and eastern South Dakota into western Minnesota. This does include the Sioux Falls area. It also includes the I-29 corridor and again into western Minnesota, so up near Ortonville, Fergus Falls, Alexandria, and also includes places like Huron, Mitchell, Watertown, Brookings, and down into Nebraska, Valentine, O'Neill. And so we will be watching closely there for severe weather potential, but it's fairly low. Now, the farther south you go, the higher the risk. Let's take a look at farther south here. The main severe weather today is going to be found across eastern Colorado into Kansas. Near Denver, the Denver area, we actually have a slight risk and an enhanced risk in yellow and orange, level 2 out of 5 in yellow and level 3 out of 5 in orange there. And then also we have a separate area again for Kansas, and they're that level 3 out of 5 in orange, enhanced risk. But some of that does extend into Nebraska. So for our Nebraska audience, Scottsbluff to North Platte to Grand Island, we need to be on high alert. Also down towards McCook, Nebraska. We do have that level 2 out of 5 in yellow, but we have a level 3 out of 5 here for extreme southern Nebraska. The threats here, we are seeing that tornado risk there, that 2% in Nebraska and southern Nebraska, and then our highest risk is going to be farther south of our coverage area into, again, eastern Colorado into northern Kansas. The hail threat is there. We see the 5% in brown here for these areas up north. That includes Sioux Falls. And then in Nebraska, we have a 15% in yellow. And then our wind probability is, again, mainly across Kansas, but some of it does extend into Nebraska with that 15% in yellow and the 30% in red. So that is for today. Again, mainly going to be down in Kansas and Colorado today, but some of that leaking into Nebraska, and we could see a scenario where some activity could blow up across eastern South Dakota as well. So something we'll keep a close eye on for the remainder of the day today, but we aren't expecting much severe weather for our region today. But then tomorrow looks like our big day. We are looking at a pretty high chance for severe weather across our region. Have a look at the map. We do have the slight risk in yellow there for Nebraska, western Iowa, Minnesota, South Dakota, North Dakota. And then we have an enhanced risk in the orange color there, level 3 out of 5 for South Dakota and North Dakota and into western Minnesota. This does include Pierre, Aberdeen, Huron, Watertown, Mobridge, and then it extends again up into North Dakota and western Minnesota. So Fargo, Bismarck, Grand Forks, Minot, all included there. The main area tomorrow is going to be up in North Dakota. That's where the highest risk is for severe weather, but a lot of this, again, extending into our coverage area, into South Dakota, Minnesota, and Nebraska, and even Iowa. And here's our tornado risk. Okay, so we have a 2% in green. That does include Sioux Falls and includes much of Nebraska and includes much of South Dakota, western Minnesota, northwest Iowa. And then we have this up here farther north. We have a 5% in brown. That includes Mobridge and Aberdeen, north central and northeastern South Dakota. We're going to be watching very closely for tornadic potential. We even have a SIG 1 hatched risk as well for north central South Dakota as well. Aberdeen and Mobridge, again, included. So our Aberdeen and Mobridge audience, we need to be on high alert and be weather aware, especially tomorrow. And then we do have a 10% tornado risk. The highest risk, again, as I mentioned, going to be up in North Dakota. So Jamestown, Bismarck, Minot, Devil's Lake, that is where the highest tornado potential will be. And if we look at the hail risk, here is our hail risk. We do have the 15% there in yellow. That includes Sioux Falls. And then we have the SIG 1 hatched risk for northern Nebraska, central Nebraska into central South Dakota. And then the 30% there in red, that includes north central South Dakota and into North Dakota. So Pierre and Aberdeen is included there in that high risk. And then we have a high risk of wind as well. We have the 15% in yellow. We have a significant SIG 1 hatched risk for Nebraska, South Dakota, western Minnesota, and North Dakota. The highest risk is going to be in that red and purple colors. So that's where we have the 30% in red. That includes Pierre, Aberdeen. And then up north here, look at this. Extreme northern South Dakota into North Dakota, a 45% risk in pink there. So we are going to be seeing the main threat tomorrow is going to be the strong wind threat. So with a conditional, again, tornado threat, that is pretty high as well. And that's not all. We have another risk for Wednesday. Have a look at the map. We see more chances for severe weather. This time on Wednesday, it's going to be farther east. It's going to be mainly for our Minnesota and Iowa audience. So Minneapolis down to Waterloo and Ottawa, down towards Des Moines area. We're seeing that level 2 out of 5 in yellow, but we're also seeing that enhanced risk level 3 out of 5 in orange there. Large chunk of this is going to be found again across Wisconsin, but could, also extending into northern Illinois and Iowa and Minnesota as well. So we need to be weather aware again on Wednesday. We are for sure going to go live tomorrow to bring you guys severe weather coverage, but potentially also on Wednesday, depending on how things shake out for Minnesota and Iowa, we will go live as well if we get bad weather. So that is going to be our threat here. And then if we look at the probability map here, we have the 15% in yellow for Minnesota and Iowa, and then we have the 30% that includes eastern Minnesota into eastern Iowa. So Minneapolis down to Cedar Rapids. So we are going to be seeing multiple days in a row here of severe weather. And then even on day 4, this is on Thursday. This is strictly for Iowa. We can see the 15% and the 30% in red. That is for central and eastern Iowa. So Des Moines to Cedar Rapids to Davenport. Mainly going to be east of our coverage area, but again, for Iowa, we are going to be keeping a close eye on Thursday as well. All right, guys, so that is going to do it for today's video. Just wanted to provide a more in-depth view of our severe weather chances for this week across our region. If you enjoyed, smash the like button, drop a comment down below, let us know your thoughts on this severe weather pattern. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel and ring those notification bells so you don't miss any of our future videos or live streams. And again, we're going to be going live tomorrow for sure to do severe weather coverage, potentially even on Wednesday as well. And also check us out on Facebook, X, Instagram, and TikTok so you don't miss any of our content over there. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.